budget rebuilds. Today is going to be, I think, a fun day, exciting, because we're going to start tearing this down. And when I say we, I mean he is going to start tearing this down, but I can't wait to watch this one transform, so this is going to be a good one.
Yep, I'm super excited to get it apart, get the motor out, and get the teardown complete at least. So I guess we'll go ahead and start getting the body off first and get the front end, and go from there, see what we got. I'd like to take this top bolt out, but the tabs are all bent and stuff, so like I can't get to the bolt head. There we go. Some of these burnt wires off of here. That's what's left of the ignition switch, maybe? I don't know. This thing got pretty hot. I'm going to take the back fender off. There's the fuse block.
Can you reuse it?
Nah, I don't think it's any good. The S&S ignition box. Dude, as hot as it got, like, I mean, it's obviously no good, but it's like still shiny and stuff, you know what I mean? Pretty cool. Alright, I guess we'll go and get the front end off, because all that's going to be trash too. The more I get to looking at this thing too, I think it maybe did get wrecked, and then it caught on fire in the wreck, because the tabs are bent over on the gas tank, the handlebars are bent, and so are the forks. So I bet he wrecked it and gas leaked out and caught on fire or something. pinch bolt right there, and I was supposed to have loosened that up. Oh, well, stripped out now. sure they have a special tool for this. This is my special tool. So got the front end off, rear fender, and tanks. I guess we'll go ahead and start chipping away what's left of the battery and the harness and stuff, kind of get that out of our way, and then we'll pull off of what's left of the primary and start pulling out the motor from there. So this is pretty cool. That whole, the whole bike's toast. That's an S&S harness. It didn't even melt through that. Like, that's pretty cool. The wires still look good in there. No, they don't. Whatever. See if we can get this battery out. There's some melted piece of aluminum. Gonna pull the primary off. What's left of it. There might still be oil in there. Long bolt. I didn't know bolts went through the primary there. I guess I've never had one of these apart. Ooh. Dude. Primary oil. No, it's not. That's plastic from the chain guide, dude. That thing got cooked, buddy. That's pretty cool. Oh, I guess I need to pull all the primary stuff off. We'll do that first. Okay, so in case we accidentally spin the motor over, I want to look inside the cylinders, make sure there's not a bunch of water or something. See if we need to hose it down. And the spark plug looks pretty good. Looks like regular used spark plug. Got a borescope so we can see what it looks like on the inside. And if it looks bad, I'm not going to put this on camera anyway. So, oh, it looks perfect. You can still see the crosshatch pattern. Got a little bit of junk that I just knocked in there, but yeah, everything looks perfect. Doesn't look bad at all. No rust.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hard to tell on the camera, I'm sure, but we'll go ahead and start pulling off our clutch. I've never pulled off one of these kind before. It's obviously aftermarket, so bear with me. I guess the only thing that I can see of is taking all these bolts around it off and seeing what happens. I guess that looks good. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Doesn't look burnt or anything to me, so. There's our transmission nut. We'll go ahead and zip that off in our compensator nut. So our melted chain guide is going to be our tool to keep the engine from spinning right now, so I guess I don't need my tool. I usually use an impact, but I left it at the house. Damn it. I'm probably going to have my impact gun. Was that in the engine? Or is that back here?
Oh. Yeah.
That's not good. I know what it is. It's the valve sticking. Because the aluminum's on the rockers. I bet you I just pushed a piston into the valve. Damn it, man! Can't tell. I gotta get my tool though, because I don't want to keep on spinning the motor. Continuing on, I have my impact gun this time. We're gonna go ahead and zip off this. Why the hell do I always forget that? It's compensator nut and the clutch basket nut over here too. That smells burnt. You smell that?
No, I don't smell it.
You smell it in just a minute. Take the starter loose too. Ooh, I think to get the starter loose, I need to get this oil tank out of there. Cuss word. I'm gonna go ahead and get the exhaust off. Get it out of my way. So it is the next day. We're getting back on our tear down of this. We got these two oil lines loose. I'm just going to take off these other ones because I can't get to the clamp with this oil filter adapter. And hopefully our oil tank will just come right out. And then we can get to our engine mount bolts and hopefully pull it out. So the crank sensor is in my way over here to get to this one engine mount bolt. So we'll go ahead and pull out what's left of it. I'm gonna have to pull the motor apart. The crank sensor broke off in there. I guess it got so hot that it melted the inside of the crank sensors stuck off in there. So I might try to pick at it a little bit, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to pull the cases apart and get that out of there. Which gives me an excuse to go through it and make sure there's nothing in there that's any damaged seals from the heat or bearings or anything like that. So I guess we're gonna be pulling the motor apart after all. Oh, and while we're at it, I pulled the rocker cover off, and you can see all the melted aluminum in here. I can't get this rocker cover off because there's a bolt underneath here. So I've been trying to cut at it with a die grinder, chipping at it, trying everything I can, and that's where I'm at so far. I just gave up and figured I'll work at it once we get the motor out of it. It's going to be the easiest thing. That's pretty cool. It had a push button start on it. It's locked up. What do y'all think? Y'all think that starter's still good? Probably not. But that won't come all the way out. Yes, it will. All right, one out, one to go, and that should be all that's holding this joker in here, I think. Well, I just got to find out if this hose is still connected to the motor. To that, it is. I want to get that off of there. There we go. Alright, so we should be good to pull out from now. So here's what's left over of the belt. Dude. See, it didn't get that hot right there. God, dude. All this crap's melted too. Oh, hey, look. It's got air ride in there. This thing had air ride. Think they're still good? I bet that's what this is. So this is mounted on the side over there. I bet this is the air pump for the thing. I thought it looked like a wiper motor. I thought it was like an electronic kickstand. I bet it's the air pump. So everybody's asking about the structural integrity of the frame. I mean, we've done like 4 burnt bikes before, and I sold my buddy one of them, and I've never had any problems with it. But sure enough, with a 124-inch dang S&S motor in my big ass, if there's going to be any problems with the frame, we'll find out real soon. I don't know how to get to all this crap. Looks like everything's on the bottom. There's a nut right there, and I'm assuming that's not a nut. Let's see if I can get it with a wrench. This will take forever. No, the whole damn thing's spinning. Is there not anything to hold on to down here? Oh, it's got Allen heads. I wonder what size those jokers are. So looking at the bolts going through the transmission, and I don't think I've ever done an Evo Softail build, so I don't have any idea. Obviously, it's got 4 bolts that goes through it, but it looks pretty hard to get to with the shocks going underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and zip off the swing arm, what's left of the rear wheel, and the shocks all at once, so that we can get to those bottom bolts. Maybe like flip the frame up or something. But we'll just start taking stuff loose and see what happens. Oh, I see. Dumbass. It's hitting the pegs for the rear. The rear peg mounts. Passenger mounts, whatever the hell it's called. Alright, so I've gotten about as far as I care to mess with it today, and we want to go ahead and get a video out for you for Sunday. So we're going to go ahead and make a stopping point right now, and I'll handle pulling the swing arm and transmission off, and hopefully we can get this frame off to sandblast and powder coat for the next one. So thanks for keeping up with this project. We know it's a big one. It's going to take a while. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll catch you in the next one.